What's happening, everybody? Welcome back and thanks for watching. So I got a new list of things that I have to clean up and do. So today we're going to work on getting the driveline in, all the mounts and everything, and I bought new differential bolts to attach the driveline to the diff. So we're going to go ahead and get that in. I have to bolt up the compressors. I've got all the bolts for that. Right now there's just self-tapper screws in there. We're going to get those out, drill the holes out, and put nice bolts in to hold those up. And if I have to, I'll put some little isolators. I think there's isolators on the compressors to dampen the vibration, but if we don't have those, then I'm going to make some. We are going to try and finish up cleaning up the wires in the back with the battery and the windshield washer and everything like that. I did unplug the coil pack, so we might try and reroute that wire and or plug and get that plugged back in. And then if we have time, if we get all this stuff done, I do want to extend the wires and just eliminate I'm going to try and put a zip tie around that fender plug, the door plug, and cinch it tight. If we can't do that, I went out the other day and I tried finding the plug, or any plug. I think it's got 16 pins in it or something like that. So I went out and tried finding it, and I can't. So I can't find any plug that would fit it. Or to replace it with. So if I can't squish it together and get a zip tie on it because of that bracket, I might eliminate that bracket and try. If we can't do that, I'm just gonna make it a solid harness, nice and taped up and shrink wrapped. But we are gonna play with that today also. To finish it, I'm gonna finish it today. Either eliminate that bracket and get a zip tie on it to make a connection, or eliminate the bracket and just make it a solid harness. But if we get done with all that, I do have some good time today. So if we do all that, we might start mocking up the Kamimoto windshield washer jug and getting that installed too. So we got a bunch of work that we can do. It's not a bunch, it's a little bit of cleanup work that we can do. I'm still waiting on money to get the fans, to get the blow off out, the air temperature, speed density, the AIT switch, the intake air temperature, and the 3 or 4 bar map sensor, or whatever I need for the speed density. We are going to do that. We're still waiting on money to get a boost gauge and axles, but pretty much basically that's it. That's all we got left on the car. So, and then when we're all finalized and done, I'm going to go ahead and push it out, wet sand the whole thing nice and smooth again, and put another clear coat on it. I mean, it's dirty right now, but I'm going to get it all nice and really glassy smooth, and then re-clear coat it again. It's already had like 2 or 3 coats, and I'm going to put like another 2 or 3 coats on it. So, but that's after everything's all said and done, and we're ready for graphics. Other than that, yeah, axles, boost gauge. I do need to get a down pipe and a test pipe. Still need the fuel pressure regulator, and if I do come into a little bit of money, I'm going to get a different fuel rail. But I don't know if that's not a necessity right now. I'm really trying to get this car running so I can get it to my son. We definitely need the wastegate adapters still. Some fans, fluids. Already got the rear end bolts and all that. Drive shaft bushings. I already found the turbo timer, and so I am gonna run coolant lines from I don't know what that's called, the water pipe that goes along the side of the 4G63. We're gonna get some water lines coming off of that, maybe an AN fitting, and then go to the turbo and the wastegate. We're gonna run coolant through them both so that they stay nice and beautiful and the color that they are. So, but I still need to make lines and everything for that. So, like I said, we're gonna concentrate on the wires in the back, the wires in the door, plug back in the coil pack, and the driveline today. And that should take us at least a few hours, so let's dive right in. All right, well that took me about an hour to find all the all the bushings and everything. I put them away so I wouldn't lose them, and forgot where I put them. But we got all the parts now, so let's go ahead and get this driveline in. Well, that didn't take too long. I pulled it all apart, pulled the little plastic bracket out, and checked out the inside, the one underneath the dash part of the plug, and I found one wire or one pin that was bent down. That was definitely the reason why it was not going in and clicking. So I very carefully straightened it out as best as I could, and then I put it all back together, and now we have windows if I turned it on. So heck yeah, I'm super happy about that. And that one goes up and down. I believe the one that was bent was that side, that window going up, because it went down but it didn't go back up. So they work flawlessly now. The window lock, oh, doesn't lock this one, locks that one, and it's not doing anything. And now going down. So yeah, everything works well. Our sunroof works works well. Yeah, I'm super happy right now. Unfortunately, I can't put all this back together because my door panel is broke. So if you have door panels, nice clean door panels for a 2G, and you don't want a whole ridiculous amount of money for them, I'm interested. So leave me a comment. Other than that, I think we are going to, man, I really want to start this thing. I don't know if I should or not. I gotta plug it into ECM Link and play with a few settings, I believe, to get it to start. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, like I said, I don't know if this thing is gonna run because we've got a bunch of vacuum lines that are all unplugged. I have not yet went and grabbed the bolts or the bolts for the driveline or the plugs yet. But I really want to see if this thing will run. I mean, like, start up. I don't really care if it runs really well because I know it's not. It's gonna need, all the vacuum lines went through, but everything looks complete. And I want to see if it'll start. I've had it on the battery charger all day. This was not the plan. I was not trying to start this today. But I'm kind of excited and I want to. Should I? I know that it's got oil in it. It doesn't have water, so I can't let it run long. Let's do it. Let's at least try. See if we can't get some fire to this thing. Wake it up. It's been 2 years. This did run. I drove it in here before we took it all apart. So, holy cow, I'm nervous. I am super nervous. Let's plug back in that fuel line right there, return line. I mean, it's already plugged in. I just need to put the little squeeze clamp on it. No wires gonna get into any belts. No tools left on the motor. No nuts and bolts left in the valve cover. All the belts are on. The spark plugs should be in the right orientation for the 95 DSM Link version 3. Nothing gonna, yeah, I think, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Let's go ahead and try and start it. Holy cow. I smell exhaust. It's perfect on oil. This is for that mass airflow. Let's go ahead and plug it in just to it won't matter because there's no air going through it. I smell exhaust, so in theory that means we're getting fuel and spark. Definitely smell more fuel now. All the injectors are in. They're all plugged in. I wonder if I got that all this wired up correctly, or if I needed to go. I know there's a different orientation for the DSM link. We might have to change the cam angle sensor. When installing a 95 or 96 on a car that's a non-95-96 style, the cam angle sensor, you have to rearrange the plug wires. Okay, so we don't have to do that. We just have to rearrange the plug wires. We will also want to check the 95-96 cam angle sensor checkbox in the miscellaneous tab on the ECU config tab, called invert CAS option on the. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug this thing in to the car. And I'm going to have to move my computer because the cable for the DSM link is not long enough. Alright, so now we're plugged into the car. I'll get out of this real quick. Just minimize it so I can open up ECM link. go ahead and connect. Trying to connect, no response received. No response received, okay. Probably means it's not on. Trying to connect. Okay, it's doing something. Everything's lighting up over here. Okay, so then it said, what did it say? Configure connection, ECU config. So that said, RPM, TPS, fuel, timing. Idle air. Man, I cannot see very well. Dash. I wonder if that's like all the lights. Yeah. Knock cell, coolant offset, boost gauge. Right now we're all stock, so we're gonna leave that alone. DTCs. I'm not even in that yet. ECU inputs. Coolant temp from O2. Intake temp. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with any of that. Let's go back over here and open this up. It said go to ECU config tab called invert. Checkbox in the miscellaneous tab of the ECU config tab. All right, let's go back over there. I do not see a ECU config tab or a miscellaneous tab. And you know what? It has no fuel values. So I wonder if it's even trying to put any fuel in it. And I am not a tuner, so I have no idea what. But I smell fuel, so it's getting fuel. Okay, this is not that hard. 2G stock wire routing, stock cam sensor with stock ECU. I don't have that. So we're gonna go with the 2G swapped wire routing, non-95 through 98 cam sensor with a 95 ECU. The DSM link is a 95 ECU, I believe. So we're gonna try, maybe I messed it up. We're gonna go with that one again. And we are gonna make sure, I already made sure we had spark, so just double checking everything. Number 1 quickly plugs into number 2. Number 2, which is not resized correctly. Number 2 goes to number 3. And number 3 goes to number 4. And now number 4 crosses everything and goes to number 1. Now, that's all hooked up correctly. We've looked at it right there. Everything's golden. That doesn't sound like it's correct. I almost killed my computer. Resting it on the dang tongue. I'm glad that didn't start. Okay, so I smell exhaust. It's gonna run like crap because all the vacuum lines are screwed up. But it should run. Let's try it again. It definitely wants to do something. Okay, these little 3, this one, and that one, little self-tapping screws going through the body, through the air compressor, through the body. So what we need to do is we need to take some nuts and bolts and run those in there and make them badass. I believe there's going to be a speaker box or something here anyway, so I'm not really worried about it, but I do want to bolt it instead of just running self-tap screws. driver's side took me like 20 minutes. We videoed that, and the other side probably only took me 10 minutes, but my camera died as I was moving it over. So I got it plugged in now. We are checking stuff off pretty good. We got both compressors bolted up. We got the plug in the driver door bolted up or fixed. We got the coil pack plugged back in. It was already plugged in. I was looking at the wrong wire. So pretty much basically, I still need to go get those driveline to the diff bolts. So I'm not going to do that yet. Obviously, I don't have them. Finish cleaning up the wires in the back. I need to buy some more of the corrugated wire loom. So I can't do that right now. I can't do the fans. I don't have fans. I need to put the boots on the steering rack. They're already on there. I gotta put some hose clamps on there. I might do that. Like I said, we're running out of big stuff to do without parts. Like I still need the exhaust, the downpipe, and the test pipe. I still need the charge piping done. I still need axles. There's a few things that we still need. I still need the speed density setup, the blow-off valve, the the adjustable fuel pressure regulator. I needed a wastegate adapter, some fans. I need a bunch of parts, but they're all little jobs. We're pretty much done with the majority of everything. We're knocking little things out and cleaning things up. Like I said earlier, one of my buddies has a set of planted seat brackets for this car, so I wanted a slider for the driver's side, but it didn't really matter to me on the passenger side because it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna try and get those running and see what I can do about that. But we might put the boots on. We might do some other small little cleanup things. I do have to put that other fender back on because we did end up fixing that plug. And pretty much basically, I think that's gonna be about it. I got about another 2 hours, so I'm gonna go over the car. I gotta clean up the headlights, put that other headlight in. I've got Euro taillights, EDM taillights with the amber corners. I need to look up online and see how to wire those so that the blinkers are independent and not in the middle. But yeah, just a whole bunch of little cleanup work, and we'll be cranking along for the next 2 hours. If I get into something decent, then we'll go ahead and talk a little bit more. But I think I think we're just gonna leave you guys right there plugged in for a while and start tinkering with little odd jobs and put the fender back on, put the headlight back in, little stuff like that. So let's get into it. got some things done today. Little things, but just working through systems, trying to finish as much as we can. We got the fender back off, fixed that plug. It ended up being one of the pins was bent out of shape and it was holding it from clicking in. I looked at that thing 3 times and I didn't see that pin until today. So we fixed it, it's working, all the windows work as you guys saw. We got the compressors bolted in. They're nice and solid, they're awesome. What else did we do today? I don't even remember what we did all today, what's in this video. We did try and start the car. That didn't really happen. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the DSM Link version 3 computer. So I am going to, next time we come out, I'm going to put the stock computer back in, switch the spark plug wires back over and see if it'll start. It also might be that I just have too many vacuum leaks. So before I come out here next time, I'm going to swing by the parts store and get all the little vacuum line caps for everything we got going on in there. I still do need to make some water lines for the turbo and the wastegate, but all the oil is fed to the turbo also. Excuse me. We do need to make water lines for the turbo and the wastegate. All the oil is plumbed, but we need water. Other than that, I really don't know what we're gonna do next. I think we're gonna just try. I got the whole passenger side underneath the dash to fit and finish and get it all squared away and pretty and put back together. And then, yeah, water lines, and I don't remember what's on the list, but we're just working through systems, trying to knock out as much as we can. I'm desperately trying to get this car to my son. If I get a little bit of cash, I'll get some fans and maybe we'll do that next time. But I just wanted to say today was a pretty good day. Even though we didn't get a lot of things done, we're checking off systems as we go. So I'm happy. And I guess I'm out of time for the day. So I guess I'll see y'all in the next one.